Today I'm going to be testing the Hover Air X1 Pro Max on a kayak, and the functions that I'm going to be testing is the Dolly Track, the follow mode, and also the side track, which I'm very excited for. What I am most curious about is, can I catch the drone while I'm on the kayak? Let's find out.
Let's look at the follow mode. This is my first takeoff from the kayak, and immediately I noticed that the Hover Air would not take off if we are moving. I had to slow down the kayak before it could take off, so this could be challenging for anyone moving on the water, but I didn't have any issues again afterwards. Now you can see immediately that the Hover Air followed me without any issues whatsoever. It kept with me for the entire coastline, and it didn't seem like it was getting any impacts from the reflection of the water or the ripples of the current. I was so excited to see the footage afterwards. One thing I did notice afterwards is that there was some back and forth jerking of the drone, and it's more obvious in some other modes you'll get to see later. I thought hard on what might have caused this jerking, and I thought it could be from the paddling from my paddle. I need to ask Hover Air about this. But other than that, the image quality looks great, and I'm very happy with it. I still need to learn how to color grade the footage properly though. After paddling this session, I took the kayak back to shore to get the drone. I wasn't ready to catch it on my Track 2.0 kayak, a folding skin-on-frame kayak. By the way, I've gotten all my hand gestures jumbled up, so I ended up just jumping to get the drone. The Dolly Track was the mode where I was very curious about. It's not an easy mode, as I tested it on the DJI Neo previously. At a certain point it tends to switch to the follow mode, so I was eager to see how well the Dolly Track works on the Hover Air X1 Pro Max. Seeing the footage, the Hover Air had no issues following me from the front, although it did slightly go towards the side, but that's not a deal breaker. Again, I noticed the drone swerving back and forth, and it looked like it was trying to adjust to the speed of my kayak, but it did stay with me all the way. I have seen other Dolly Track footage on bicycles, and it did not have any back and forth swerving, maybe because the speed on a bicycle is more constant. Either way, I am pretty much centered all the way in the drone footage, and it did not change to follow mode, which I am the most happy about. I decided to paddle backwards just for fun, and again it had no issues following me. The side track is the mode where I am the most excited about. This feature is not available on the DJI Neo, and it is the function I would frequently use, so I can capture the scenery as well as me paddling. So I was very curious how it turned out. For some reason, the Hover Air just flew up and darted down like it was ready to attack me like a bird chasing bait fish. Luckily, it found its bearing and started working fine. I was quite skeptical about this mode, and I felt that it would either change to the dolly mode or the follow mode, because staying on the side is not easy for any algorithm to calculate. I even intentionally turned the kayak expecting the Hover Air X1 Pro Max to get confused and start the follow mode. I was pleasantly surprised that it stayed on the side. This view you see is a view I do not get to see often, and I was very happy with this footage. By the way, the kayak I'm using is a Track 2.0 kayak, and it is a skin-on-frame kayak where you can take it anywhere with you and just assemble it together. It's great for traveling. Also, the paddle I'm using is the Gearlab Outdoors kayak, and I'm using the DeckPod Pro to record my videos. I have left the links in the comments below for you to check out.
I have to say, so far this drone has been amazing, except for that one little hiccup. The quality just looks so good, and it just stayed with me with all the different modes. I'm very excited for this drone. Now what I'm going to do now is see if it can land back on my hand when I am on the water. So that is the real test. So when I was using the DJI Neo, I really fumbled and I couldn't do it. But now this is the real test. So what I'll do is the dolly mode. I'll let it fly to the front, and then I'm gonna put my hand out to see if it comes back to me. And this time I've learned I'm close to the shore, so if anything happens, I can go to the shore, use my phone, connect it, and then manually land it.
Ski mode, Dolly Track.
Okay, Dolly Track, here it goes.
Far, Dolly Track.
Okay, so now it's in front of me. It's looking at me now. Okay, so now it's moving towards the front. So I think it's detected my face. Now I just need to catch it. It's on top of the water. Oh, okay. No, it's gone back up. Oh no. Has it noticed me? Has it seen me? Okay, I think it's seen me now. Come here. No, it's kind of hovering there again. So similar to the DJI Neo, it's not even looking at me. So I'm gonna go back, see if I can get back into the frame. And let's see if it detects me. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I have my phone. Okay, so now I'm going to do manual. Okay, now I've gone back up. Okay, so I'm gonna go forward, go here. Okay, so I'm pretty confident this is land, and then I'm just going to, oh, still not too used to it, and then I'm going to land it. Honestly, I think the main reason is because I am constantly moving. Even though it's very slow, you've got the ripples, you've got the lights from the surf, well, you got the light from the waves. It really makes it very difficult for the drone to really, you know, capture the person and know exactly where to lower down. I'm actually quite thankful that it doesn't just land on the water. So it's probably a good thing that it just hovers, so at least I get the chance to connect it to my phone, have someone to help me and get it before it gets to any situation. So my recommendation is really use it wisely, be smart with it. Always be close to shore when you're going to use this, or have someone to control it. I mean, I really believe it's good on the water and conditions like a snow from what we have seen, but I wouldn't use it the way I just did, trying to catch it on the water for the reasons I mentioned earlier. But from what I have seen, I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with this. I also have the beacon. I haven't tried it today, but I'll make a video soon. Thanks so much. Bye.